having fun and feeling groovy. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. Hello lamppost, what you knowin'? I come to watch your flowers growing. Ain't you got no rhymes for me? Do-do-do, feeling groovy. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. I got no deeds to do, no promises to keep. Dappled and drowsy and I'm ready to sleep. Let the morning time drop all its petals on me. Life, I love you, all is groovy. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, all is groovy. Just kicking down the cobblestones. Life, I love you, all is groovy. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, all is groovy.
And the Queen Street Band.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How is everyone today?
Fantastic.
Yes, you are awesome. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Toronto. I am Jonathan Zenz. I see all familiar faces. Do we have anyone who's joining us for the first time today? I don't think so. Well, then I won't go through that little spiel. Okay. What's that? That's true. There might be somebody new online. Is there anyone new online? Well, let's let everyone, if there is anyone watching new online, we should let them know that we have done our research into them, right? And we should let them know that what we have discovered about you online is, here we go, everyone. You are magnificent. And marvelous. You are magnificent, and you are magnificent. You are magnificent because you are the very expression of life right here and right now. Right in this very moment, you are the fullness of life expressing as you. The fullness of life expressing as you. Really take time to consider that notion that you are the fullness of life, all of life, expressing as you. This is an idea that we celebrate here every single week, the fullness of life and the fullness of love in our lives. And love as more than a romantic concept, but love as the creative spirit behind everything. Everything that exists is born of this energy of love, and that is such a good feeling. We're going to start off today with, this great Gary Lynn Floyd and Robin Hackett song to get everybody's blood pumping. They will tell you when we were doing our prayer circle upstairs before, I don't need to get my blood pumping. It's going today. So let's kick it off with this. Here we go. You will recognize this song if you've been here before, which many of you have. Ready? Here we go. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one with God. everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. All right. So we are a place for people who are looking to enhance their lives through spiritual practice. Spiritual practice, what is spiritual practice? Spiritual practice is anything that gets you in touch with the core of life that is flowing through in you and within you. Through you and within you. That's what I'm trying to say. See, I told you, I don't need any more coffee today. We celebrate every single Sunday. We are a place where people can come for this type of event. We also teach classes, and we have and we have lots of creativity going on, as I see the preparation.
I just had a moment.
Yeah. Wow. That just took. See, the issue is anyone who's online has no idea what we can all see in the room here, but you're about to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. Like as James Mellon would say, back to me. We also honor all paths to deepening your spiritual practice and understanding that we are not the only path, that all paths, actually, we are a path that actually I think can work in harmony with all paths to a deeper spiritual awareness. And there are some people within the center who have truly taken that to heart and incorporated this in their lives. They are the licensed practitioners here at this center. They engage their lives in active co-creation with this loving energy, that they have trained themselves to truly take charge of their own lives and assist people with taking charge in their own lives. And that's what a practitioner is here to do. They are here to work with you and for you. And so if you have need of a practitioner, if something's happening in your life, seek out a practitioner. They will help. They will help. Today, our practitioner clearly has something very interesting to express. It just took me so off guard to look over there and see this. I think that no more introduction needs to be said than please welcome Carmen Noseworthy.
Guess what I am? No, close. I am a wondrous, majestic, magnificent iceberg. Icebergs? Seen icebergs? Yes? A couple of people? Okay, well, for those of you who haven't, now you have.
So we don't need to go to Newfoundland then.
That's right. Actually, I did grow up in Newfoundland, so I'm kind of, I kind of take them for granted, right? Because every year, spring and summer, is when these magnificent icebergs come down Iceberg Alley. Newfoundland and Labrador is known as the iceberg capital of the world. And, we take it for granted, but they are wonderful, spectacular, magnificent pieces of nature. They're 10,000 years old and worthy of being on everybody's bucket list. If it's not there, put it on there. And the ones that really take your breath away are the magnanimous ones. It's the ones that are like 100 feet plus high and 200, 300 feet plus wide. And their sheer size, it just gets the mind racing, right? When you realize that only 10% of the iceberg is above water. What we see above water is only 10%. 90% of the iceberg is under the water, unseen below the surface. In your program today, if you open it up, there are 2 pictures of icebergs to show you this point. And my ocean is falling off here. Hang on. No. So the first picture is a picture of a humongous iceberg. And if you notice down in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a ship. That ship's mast is probably about 30 to 40 feet high. So that iceberg is at least 150 feet high. And the length of the boat itself is probably anywhere from 40 to 50 feet long. So that iceberg is at least anywhere from 200 to 300 feet long. And so the second picture shows you an underwater view of the iceberg under the water compared to the tip. So it's an amazing piece of nature. So imagine how big that first iceberg is under the water when it's that big. And we see these things all the time, every year. So this is where the phrase, the tip of the iceberg, comes from. Is anyone familiar with that?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So the tip of the iceberg means we only see 10% of what's going on, and the other 90% is unseen or going behind the scenes or yet to be uncovered, right? But the tip of the iceberg gets a bad rap because it's usually associated with a problem or danger, and we're all familiar with the most famous tip of the iceberg, the sinking of the unsinkable ship, the Titanic. But the tip of the iceberg can also be a good reference. Les Brown, a motivational speaker, says, what we do and accomplish is only the tip of the iceberg of what is possible for us. And if you think about it, it also has a metaphysical meaning, right? The more we realize, we are more than we realize, more than what we can see with our eye. Underneath our conscious perception, there is a powerful, gigantic force of life that lies within us. So again, every year, these icebergs come floating down Iceberg Alley. And it's an event. It's like, oh, how big are the icebergs going to be this year? And they remind us that there is so much more to life and to our being than what meets the eye. Ernest Holmes says in this thing called You, he says, stand and wonder before the majesty and might, the beauty and the power of that divine presence which seeks expression through your individual life. Well, this majesty and might and beauty is the power of good that we can use to create anything. And it lies unseen, waiting to be realized by us. So let's always remember that our brains, I didn't practice this part. There we go. That our brains are only the tip of the iceberg, and our true wonder is what lies below, here in our heart, and it is the true heart of our matter and our mattering. We are spiritual, majestic icebergs. I was inspired to write a little poem. It's very short, and after that I will lead you with my affirmation. It's called Ode to My Inner Iceberg. Ode to my inner iceberg. Oh, wondrous and grand iceberg, how mighty and powerful we are, moving through the sea of life with majesty, elegance, and grace. Oh, wondrous and grand iceberg, as I float atop our mass unseen, I am in awe of our majesty. I am in awe of our might. Oh, wondrous and grand iceberg, let us ride the waves and flow with the currents to explore and adventure down the shore and go where we have never gone before. Oh, wondrous and grand iceberg, my divine expression that I use for good, lead me, guide me to all that I am and more. Let us ever increase our radiance as magnificence. Oh, I am a divine, majestic iceberg indeed. So our affirmation today is, and I will say it, it's also in your programs. People online, it's also online. I am Spirit's divine, majestic iceberg. And I invite you to say that with me twice. I am Spirit's divine, majestic iceberg. One more time. I am Spirit's divine, majestic iceberg. Thank you.
invite us all to relax and breathe, allowing ourselves to resonate with the words that have just been spoken. It's beautiful. Thank you for that. Realize that we are just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the tip of the iceberg. It's so, so true. And there's so much more to us than we know or we can even see. And that's part of the journey of spiritual practice, is to more and more get in touch with all that lies beneath the surface. Finding that which we require and that which no longer serves us, we can let it go. We can let it go. We can let it go. And so that is our chant today. I am letting go. Take a breath. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. So from this place of awareness and receptivity, I invite Carmen to lead us now in affirmative prayer.
Indeed, the wholeness and the grandness of who we are is right here, right now. It is each and every one of us in this moment, always, at every moment in our lives. And it is always whole. It is always healed. It is always joyous and grand and magnificent. And this is who we are inside. It is what we are born from. It is how we live life every single moment of the day. Indeed, we are wondrous, grand, magnificent, majestic beings of spirit, expressing life exactly as it needs to be expressed every single moment. Let's breathe that in, and say yes. Yes to our magnificence. Yes to our wonder. Yes to our majesty of life that is who and what we are. I invite each and every one of us to bring that out into the world and let it flow and let it shine and allow ourselves to stand in this majesty and know that we are magnificent. Period. We matter. And I allow these ideas, these thoughts, these words to flow gracefully as the law of mind, as spirit takes it and says, yes, it is so. And we allow ourselves to experience it. And I invite you to say with me, and so it is.
I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am healed, I am made whole.
Thank you, Carmen. We'll let it be there today. Oh, I don't need this. I was about to cut your whole number. Okay. No. Today is about passion. Today is about passion. That's really what I'm feeling motivated by, driven by, and I'm going to talk a lot about that. Here is someone to offer a song for us today who is passionate in her own life, sings with passion, and has brought us a very passionate song today. So please welcome Tanis Burnett and the Queen Street Band.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. For me.
yes, 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 yes. I love it when we bring it. I have some trivia for you first. I have a question for you. This song is from a Broadway musicale. Did you know that? Anyone? Musicale. It's from a Broadway musical called The Roar of the Grease Paint, The Smell of the Crowd, written by Anthony Newley and Leslie Bricusse. What very famous Bond song did they also write? Anyone know? No. Nobody knows. Goldfinger. Who said it? Yes, Goldfinger. Yeah, and I'll tell you the reason that I know that now, because I never really thought about who wrote Goldfinger, is because my choir, we're doing a concert in June that is all songs from movies, and Goldfinger is one of the songs that we're doing. And I was looking, I thought, well, I never knew that they wrote that song. How fascinating is that? Anyway, I find it fascinating. I don't know about you. So, we are stoking the divine fire today. We are talking about passion today. You know, we talk about passion and we equate it to fire, that fire within. So it's interesting that we're talking about fire and ice. That was totally unplanned too, right? Like totally unplanned, but it makes sense. You know, when we understand that we're just the tip of the iceberg, then we understand what is below actually is that fire in the belly, that fire within. And today I really want to talk about stoking that divine fire for each and every one of us. And what can you do to truly step beyond the bounds of what you think you can do? Because you can do so much more. You can be so much more. Because what you know about yourself is just the tip of the iceberg, right? Right? So let's stoke that fire today. So the theme of May, this is the 5th Sunday in May, and the theme of May has been spiritual guidance and personal responsibility. And we spent a lot of time actually talking about personal responsibility, and today is a little bit more about spiritual guidance. And I struggle with the concept of spiritual guidance personally. What? I do. Because when I think to myself, oh, I need to allow myself to be led from that place of spirit, sometimes I can get into my own mind that it's something outside the self that is dragging me along. And that's not what spiritual guidance is all about. Spiritual guidance is about looking to that place within, to understanding that place within so that you are impelled to what needs to be in your life. So let's really understand spiritual guidance from a perspective perhaps that is different from what you may have been brought up with, right? Because many of us come to this philosophy with that idea that we are looking to something out there to lead us. Stop looking out there. Start looking in here. Start looking in here. One of the things that Ernest Holmes wrote, and is sort of the launching point for today, is part of the Declaration of Principles. He wrote, "We believe in our own soul, our own spirit, and our own destiny. For we understand that the life of all is divine." We believe in our own soul, our own spirit, and our own destiny. For we understand that the life of all is divine. What he's saying here is, let us truly begin to trust that thing which is within. Let's trust that thing which is within, because it is divine. We are not separate from that divinity. Not a single one of us is separate from it. We are the very expression of that divinity. We are the very expression of love in action. We are the very expression of love in form. And let's truly, truly embody this more and more and more and more. And when we do this, whatever it is we think we want, we will find. We will find it. What we do in this world makes a difference. What we do in this world makes a difference. What you do in this world makes a difference. This talk is so up your alley today, Carmen, because her whole You Matter, her whole passion for the mattering and spreading the mattering of people. Did you read the notes for today's thing from the Centers for Spiritual Living Home Office? there's one point at there where it said that one of the things you should talk about is you matter. This, I'm telling you, was totally destined that you should be speaking here today, which is interesting because Carmen was not originally on the schedule for today. Originally on the schedule was Helen, but Helen had to be in California to go become a minister, as she's, wanting to do. And in the middle of the week, I realized that I had not replaced Helen because today was supposed to be a sung-through service. And last week, at the end of last week's service, I said to Terrence and Pierre, I said, you know what? Let's make it easy. Let's just do a regular service next week. Let's not do a sung-through service because it's a lot of work for the band, and we'll do a sung-through service soon. Because now everybody's going, well, gosh, I would have liked that. But I really, really want to go back to this point of you make a difference in this world, not because of anything you do, but purely because of who you are. Purely because of who you are. And when you tap into the who of who you are more and more and more and more, you cannot help but be guided spiritually to what it is you are meant to do. See, many of us look for that thing out there, the to-do, what it is we're supposed to do. How many of you ever asked the question, what is it I'm supposed to do? What am I supposed to do in this world? Right? I think we all go through that at some point. And I think more and more we need to be asking the question, what am I supposed to be in this world? Who am I supposed to be in this world? How do I show up? Because when I get in touch with the being, the doing takes care of itself. Be, do. Be, do. Be, do, be, do, be, do. Everybody's groaning. I can hear the groaning from the peanut gallery over there. I have had... All right, back to me. I have had a very full week this week. I've been preparing for my departure tonight. I'm going to LA tonight, and I'll be in Santa Barbara, actually working to panel new ministers, which is where Helen is. I'm going to go and actually panel new ministers this week. And so that's the first half of the week. The second half of the week, I'm flying from Southern California to Calgary for the Canadian New Thought Conference. So I will be there Thursday through Sunday. So I've had a lot that's been going on. I'm like, oh, I got to pack. I got to make sure I got everything in order. I got to make sure, right? And of course, this week, social events just came to my experience. So Monday night, I had a rehearsal for my choir. Tuesday night was the last class of the first year of practitioner studies. Congratulations to all the students. Wednesday night, I had another choir practice. Thursday night, I went to see, was that Thursday? Yes, it was Thursday night. I went to see A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, which is playing at the Princess of Wales Theatre. I recommend it highly. What a fun, delightful show. And then last night, so Friday night, and then I watched the movie Interstellar. Did anyone see the movie Interstellar? It's a Christopher Nolan movie. Again, another highly recommended movie. So good and so thought-provoking. And then last night I went and saw the show that is playing, that just opened last week at Buddies in Bad Times, called Body Politic. And Body Politic was written by a friend of mine. He actually sings in the choir with me. He actually, when we did my ordination, he was one of the singers that came and sang. Nick Green is his name. I wrote him an email this morning because I was so moved by what I saw last night, by this extraordinary piece of theater. I wrote to him and I said, there really are not words to express, but you have stoked a divine fire within me through your work that makes me realize that I am not complete with that part of my life. I'm not complete with theater. I'm realizing this, and I think this has been a struggle that I've had for the better part of 4.5 years that I've been here. And so I am now looking to, how do I rectify, or how do I not rectify, how do I reignite, well, not even reignite, it's reignited, it's ignited within me. How do I incorporate this into my life in a way that services me and services this community because I don't want it to take away from this community. And it could very easily take over my life. I don't want to do that. But it made me think, watching this play, which is about, it's about a period of time here in Toronto that I liken to the Stonewall riots, which launched the gay rights movement in the States, really. I look at this and it talks about the bathhouse raids in the 70s, and it takes its time through the initial publication of a newspaper called The Body Politic and through the end of that publication. And it frames some personal stories with this particular publication. It is done in such a smart way. And what it really made me realize is, as I was sitting there watching it, one of the things that I really thought about was the very first play that I was ever hired to do when I was 17 years old. And that play was a play called The Normal Heart. And I was a petrified young actor at that point who was playing a gay character, and I had not personally come out of the closet yet. And so I was struggling with my own sexual identity, with my own identity, you know, as a teenager. Like, do you remember your teenage years? Did anyone have an identity crisis in their teenage years? So I was going through all of this. I'm cast in this play. It's my first professional gig. I'm getting paid to be an actor. Woohoo! And really having to come to terms with a lot of stuff in my life. Now, I didn't come out until a year after this. I did this whole play, and I could see all the older men in the play, because it's about the gay rights movement and the advent of the gay men's health crisis, which was a response to AIDS in the United States in the 80s. And I could see all these older guys, all these older gay guys, and they were all like looking at me like, oh, if you could just admit it to yourself. And I realized that theater healed me. When I look back on that, that was the beginning of a healing journey for me. Theater healed me. And that is part of why I am passionate about theater. Theater, I think, is going to become a larger part of my ministry, a larger part of what it is that I do from a spiritual perspective. How can I incorporate the two? How can I truly do this? What we do makes a difference. Who we are makes a difference. My friend Nick Green has made a difference. And I think that this is a play that is destined to go on and have a life beyond just this production, because I think it's extraordinarily well done, it's well written, and I trust that it has to blossom into whatever the next thing is. It cannot just be this one isolated time. And it won't be. It won't be. Because there's a natural evolution that takes place in the expression of any aspect of creativity. And I'm not just talking about artistic creativity. What you express in the world is creative. What you express in the world is creative, and it doesn't have to be artistic. If you are a lawyer, be the best darn lawyer you can be. If you are an accountant, be the best darn accountant you can be. If that is your passion, if that is your drive, allow that to be. Allow that to be. If you are sitting back and going, well, I'm an accountant, but that's really not what I wanted to do. Here's my next bit of news. It is never too late to start doing what it is you want to do. Right, Lesia? It is never too late. If you think it's too late, it's a decision that you've accepted in your life, that there is something called too late. There's a woman, Catherine Jewston, and she has made her transition now. And I've talked about her in service before. She is a woman who decided at the age of 47 that she wanted to try her hand at acting. And dropped everything, moved to Hollywood, and became actually a very well-recognized character actress. She was the president's secretary on the first couple seasons of The West Wing. She was on Desperate Housewives. If you saw her, you would probably recognize her if you saw basically any show that was filmed between 1999 and the year 2009. She went in and said, "This is my passion, and I'm going to do it." Now, had she been stopped with the idea of, "Oh, you know what? It's too late. It's too late," then she would never have actually lived the life that she wanted to live. Where are you? Just check in with yourself. What is that drive within you? What is that thing within you, perhaps, that you've been sitting on? What is that dream that you have that you want to allow to take flight in your life? I have only a couple words to say to you. It's not too late. It's not too late. Don't worry what it will look like. Do it. Don't worry what other people will think about it. Do it. Don't worry about whether or not you will make a mark. Just do it. Just do it. Nike has it right. There's no product placement here. I did not get an endorsement deal from that. So one of the things that has been I'm actually going to talk about this. One of the things that has been welling up within me lately is I have always had this idea that I would like to try my hand at writing music. I'm a musician. I sing a lot. And I've always considered myself a good singer, and I have a very good sense of music, and did I really get involved in music theory to the degree that I probably should have to be an exquisite musician? Maybe not. But it's never too late. It's never too late. And so I've had this desire within me that I want to try my hand at writing music. So I got my old music theory books out, and for the past several weeks, I have started re-teaching myself music theory. I've been sitting down and reading the books and putting it into practice and writing out charts and doing this, and I've been transcribing audio recordings. I've been transcribing the music from audio recordings and writing it down in musical notation and listening to so I'm looking over here because the whole band is over here. Listening to the chord structure and trying to figure out what the chords are. I mean, that's a skill. It's a skill. And then one day I'm sitting at home and I had a few hours to myself, and I said, what would I like to do? And rather than watch another episode of Survivor, I decided to just write a melody line. Just write a melody line. And so I sat down with my little itty-bitty keyboard and my music notation software, and I just started plunking around, and I started putting it in. And before you know it, I had a full song, the melody line. I didn't have any harmonic structure or any chord structure. I didn't have any of that yet, but I had a melody. And if I do say so myself, it's pretty good. One of the things I had to get over was I didn't have to write the entire song in one sitting. How many of you feel like you have to do it all right now? Take one step in the direction of your dreams. Take one step in the direction of your dreams and trust that as you take that step, you will be impelled to take the next step, and the next step, and the next step. I will say that was one day. I keep messing with it. I keep futzing with it. I keep, looking at it, trying to figure it out and say, well, what could be better here? Could it be better in this little section? This isn't quite working for me. And so now I actually do have a whole harmonic structure that goes with it. I've written out chords, and I'm doing it. I am doing it. And I have decided, maybe not this song, but some original song, I'm going to bring and I'm going to sing here. And this is my commitment to you. What that takes is stoking that divine fire within. And sometimes it's not about going and making it happen. No, it's about saying, what wants to happen here? What wants to happen through me? What wants to happen through you? Ask yourself this question right now. What wants to happen through me? Now, actually ask the question out loud. What wants to happen through me? And listen for that still small voice that is there. Listen for that voice, because there's an answer. There is an answer. What will you do today to stoke that divine fire? Are you doing what it takes? Or are you allowing yourself to be a dying ember? We have choice in this life. We have choice to move forward, to blossom, to grow. And if we're not blossoming and growing, we're doing the opposite. Because life is constant movement. Life is constant unfoldment. If we are not growing, we are withering away. If we're not aflame, we are a dying ember. One of the things that has always I talked a little bit about Deepak Chopra's book, 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, last week, and in that same chapter that I talked about last week, which is Dharma, the law of Dharma, one of the things that he wrote is, and I don't have it written down in front of me, but basically, there is one thing that each of us is meant to do, that each of us has within us, that no one else can do to the degree that we can do it. No one else can do it better. No one else can do it the way you can do it. What is that thing within you? What is that thing within you? Now, I could look and say to myself, well, I'm an actor, and I'm not going to say a former actor anymore because I'm not done, but I'm an actor, and Tanis is an actress. Now, I could easily compare myself to Tanis and say, well, she's a much better actress than I am an actor. She's definitely a better actress than I am an actress. Poor Brian. But the minute I go to make a comparison, I have actually taken myself down a notch, and I'm actually becoming a dying ember. Because I'm not stoking that which is within me, which is only I bring to my acting what I bring to my acting. Only Tanis brings to her acting what Tanis brings to her acting. Only you bring to what it is that is passionate within you, that you bring to what is passionate within you. No one else can do it the way you do it. Not a single person out there. You are unique, individualized expression of spirit in form, right here and right now. Truly give into that notion. Truly give into that. That's stoking your divine fire. Each of us is the only one who can express the divine in our own unique way. Each and every one of us matters. We all matter to this thing called life. We are all important to this thing called life. Let us begin today, right here, right now. Let's all make the commitment in our own minds today to give it everything we have, not by doing, but by being. Because it is never, never, never too late. Namaste. I'm going to invite you to take out your offering to the center today, whatever it is that you're choosing to give, whether you call it your investment, your tithe, your whatever you call it, your money. It's money. I want you to get out your money. Get out your money. You know, it's funny because, so we get out our money, and right now, this is money. One of the things I want to be very clear on is that what we decide has value has value. This represents value to me because this is a commitment that I have made to being a pre-authorized giver to this center. So my contributions happen automatically. So when I pull this card out that says I choose to step up, it is a commitment to myself that my money goes to the place where I am spiritually nourished. And that's why I give to this place, because this place nourishes me spiritually. So I invite you to hold whatever it is that you offer the center today. Understand it for what it is, money, which is love, which is activity and circulation. Bless this money. and know that it moves through this space to do great, great things. Let's read together the divine givingness affirmation, which is on the announcements side of your song sheet, because I had to make room for the icebergs today. So it's on the announcements side. Let's read this together. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that spirit is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of my spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And as the baskets go around, we're going to sing the song I Love. And I want to invite everyone who's online as well to remember that you can engage in the act of giving by clicking the donate button right there on your screen. Let's sing this song.
Okay.
Okay. Would lead us in a blessing over this offering.
Oh, in joy and laughter and love, I say, and in gratitude for life itself, for giving and receiving, we say thank you for your contributions. Thank you for your abundance and prosperity consciousness. And allowing life to flow so freely, fully, and lovingly, and blessedly. This is who and what we are at its core. So free, loving, blessing, abundantly, prosperity, and thank you. And it is used for good, it is used for grandness, it is used to express more of prosperous life. Prosperous life, yes. And we are more than we realize. There is always more, and it is always flowing, and it is always sparkling. So thank you. Thank you, thank you. And together we say, and so it is.
I live, I breathe, I give, I receive. I laugh, I love. I'm a part of what's here, what has been, what's still to be seen. Breathe, I love, love, love. I live, I breathe, I love. I live, I breathe, I love.
All right. A couple of things that I want to tell you about. We do have classes which are continuing classes which are starting towards the end of June. We have the Metaphysics and Metaphor in the Bible, which starts the 28th of June, 29th of June. It starts at the end of June. The dates are actually in your, because I don't have it in front of me. Also, we have Foundations for Better Living, which is the foundational course in this philosophy. This is basically Science of Mind 101. This is where you start the journey towards truly incorporating spiritual practice into your life. And that begins the 29th. The Bible class is the 28th. The Foundations for Better Living is the 29th. But we also have yoga practice, which will start up at the end of June as well. Okay. This is what happens when I don't have the sheet in front of me. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, let me look and see what's happening at the center, because you think I would know. Yes, June 28th, Foundations for Better Living. June 29th, Metaphysics and Metaphor of the Bible. We also have June 23rd, yoga practice starting up again. That'll be on Thursdays in the evening and Saturdays in the morning for 5 weeks, so there are 10 classes available for that. Meditation continues every single Wednesday. And there's one thing that I wanted to clarify, because I got some feedback last week that actually surprised me, and I didn't realize that this was how some people took it. So when I got Helen up here, and we blessed her on her journey to becoming a minister, some people came up and said, well, how long is she going to be gone? How many years? She has completed her ministerial studies, and she's gone this week only to go and do the final oral panels. She will be back next week. And in fact, because I will be at the Canadian New Thought Conference next week, it will be the Reverend Helen Bello who will be offering the talk next week. Then I'm going to Guatemala. I'm actually going to be gone for 3 weeks in a row. So next week, Helen Bello is speaking. The week following that, Sonia Byrne will be our guest. She is in ministerial studies now, so she is the future Reverend Sonia Byrne, but she will be speaking on that date. And we have a very special guest providing the inspirational talk and the music on the 19th of June, and that is going to be Elvira Hopper, who is brilliant, and I just know you're going to love her. We sell her jewelry in the store, so check that out as well. Check out everything we have in the store. A couple of things we do have in the store. Some love boxes that were donated by our very own licensed practitioner, Michel Do. And here's the idea. There are boxes with little bows on top, and you can go out and take a look at the box, but technically you're not supposed to look inside. You're supposed to be surprised. There are 3 boxes that are priced at $25 and 1 box that is priced at $100. The value of what is inside the box greatly exceeds the price you're going to pay. So I encourage you to go buy a box and be surprised by what you have, by what you find inside. Those are available in our store today. Okay. The funds are going to Guatemala. Yes, he has asked that those funds all get donated to our service in Guatemala. So there we are. That's what is happening here at the center. And anything else I should mention? No. Take a breath. Relax right where we are. I wanted this song to be a surprise, so I did not include it on your song sheets. Oh, but Pierre is going to regale us with his brilliance with this particular song. You'll know it the moment it starts playing.
Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You are only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see all your life. You're only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of the dark black night. Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird dark black night.
So let's affirm together, I will arise. I will arise. For each and every one of us is that blackbird. And the broken wing is simply a perception. It's simply a perception. And when we change our mind, we are made whole. All is healed. So I trust and know that there is only that one power and one presence, that one loving, energetic resource within each and every one of us that guides us to the next thing and to the next thing and to the next thing, because it is the very core of who and what we are. We are that which is. We are the very embodiment and expression of love in the here and now. I trust and know that there is that divine fire within each and every one of us that only takes a decision to be fully stoked so that that light expands and expands and expands. That flame expands beyond what we think we know into greater expressions of ourselves. This is the truth. And I allow this truth to resonate within me right here and right now. And I trust and know that each and every one of us resonates with the truth at the level of our acceptance of it, at the level of our understanding of it. And I know that that level of acceptance and understanding is blossoming and growing and growing and growing until we spread our wings and fly just like that blackbird. And for this, I am truly grateful. I'm grateful for all that has transpired to make this awareness right here and right now. In its very unique expression, I am grateful for it. I'm grateful for everyone who has stepped up today to make this experience of celebration the perfection that it is in the very expression of it right here and right now. I am grateful to Karen and Linda, our board members on duty today. I'm grateful to Sandra and Carol for greeting us as we walked in the door. I'm grateful for Chris and the bookstore, Lori, setting up for us today. I'm grateful to Lesia and Nick for their service on sound today. I'm grateful to Charose for ensuring that we are broadcast to the world. And we are broadcast to the world. And I welcome and thank everyone for watching us online. I am grateful for every single person who has made their presence known here in physical form, in this time, in this place, right here, right now. I'm grateful to each and every person in this room. I'm grateful to Mahala for working with our dynamic youth. So grateful for the service she brings and the passion she brings. I'm truly and deeply grateful to Jackie and her beautiful, exquisite meditation this morning. I'm so grateful to the brilliance and creativity expressed by Carmen today and the inspiration she shares, not just today, but always. I am grateful. I am so grateful to Tanis Burnett, Pierre Gautreau, Stephen Belair, Rustin Baldwin, Brian Forwell, Frank Correa. I am so grateful to this band. And I allow myself to feel gratitude for myself in this moment as we all incorporate gratitude for the self, the capital S self, that driving force within each and every one of us. And so it is with gratitude that I simply relax, release, let go, and allow, knowing that the word spoken here is complete in the speaking of it, and all I need do is step out of the way and allow it to demonstrate perfectly in life. I release, let go, and allow, as together we say, and so it is.
Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of the dark black night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to be free. You were only waiting for this moment to be free. You were only waiting for right. Let's kick this out into the street with I Choose Joy. Take it away, Tanis.
When the walls come tumbling down, I choose joy.
What?
I choose joy.
Joy.
When the world stops spinning round, I choose joy. I choose joy.
Sounds good.
When my heart is hard to move, when my music's lost its groove, when I have too much to prove, I choose joy. I choose joy. When hate is all I see, I choose joy. I choose joy. When fear won't let me be, I choose joy. I choose joy. When betrayal and lies are the light from my eyes, I look up to the skies. I choose joy. I choose joy. This moment right here, I choose joy. I choose joy. For the ones that I hold dear, I choose joy. I choose joy. To be who I must be, for the light to shine in me, for everybody to be free. I choose joy. I choose joy.
Here we go.
Joy, 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 joy. I choose joy. Joy, 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 joy. I choose joy. Find the stable ground, peace and hope abound. I hear the sweeter sound, the chains have come unbound. Love is all around when I choose joy. This moment right here, I choose joy. I choose joy. For the ones that I hold dear, I choose joy. I choose joy. To be who I must be, for the light to shine in me, for everybody to be free. I choose joy. I choose joy. And everybody will be brave when I choose joy. 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 I choose joy.